Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the Next.js. Today we are going to learn login and the sign up using the Next-auth credentials, means email and the password with Next.js postgres TypeORM. In the next we are going to learn about the MongoDB, and the previously we have uploaded the MySQL. Okay, so those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please do like, share and comment on my video. Let's get started. So this is the demo. First we do the sign up. So testing account testing, any we can go with the name, email. So testing at the rate mailinator.com, password, any password, register the account and logged in. Okay, testing 8, welcome testing, logged out. So let's copy this one. So I'm going to put this account and this username. Let's sign in. Okay, so welcome testing account. So these are the ways that we can log in and sign up. Logins and the profile screen will be there. Okay, so let's dive into the code level without wasting any time. So we have to create the entity user.js. So this is our user.js file, entity schema, user, table name you have to mention. Okay, I'm not using the TypeScript currently, so this is the JS file. Then we go with the next one, that is hotels connection, the main one, the connection. This is the connection part. Then we have to create the data source file where we have all the credentials with Postgres, localhost, port, username, password, database name, synchronization. If you whenever we have the synchronization true means, so automatically table should be created with this database name, right? So logging, you want to log the files, then you can make it true. Entities, so currently we have the user entity. Migration subscribers you have, then you can put it over here. Right, this is then connection, and this one utils is completed. Next we go with the services. We have a index.js, so here we have a logged in function, that is for the login. And here we have a register now functions where we are calling the API to register the user. Then we will do the sign in process with the credentials. Okay, so this is basically for the credentials that we use the next auth, right, for the sign in. Right, this is for the services index.js file. Next we have the entity is closed. Now the main thing, that is pages, API, auth and Next.auth.js, where we are doing the sign in process. Okay, so these all are the imports. Connection DB from the utils connection, Next.auth from the Next.auth, credential provider from the Next.auth provider credentials, bycrypt for hashing the passwords, app data source for the database connectivity, that we can use the type ORM database, right? So this we don't require, so remove it. Okay, then we have a next auth, right, JWT to be true, because for the session part we are using JWT. Credential providers, we have to pass the name credentials. Okay, authorize, for the authorization we have require the email and the password for the credentials. Then connect to the DB first, then we will check that the any user related to this is there or not. If not, then we will check the password that is coming from the user password. If the password is not matching, then we will throw an error that the password does not match. If everything goes well, then we'll return the user ID, name and the email. And if something goes, if the user we are not, if the already exists, then we will also make that one that the user is already there. Okay, if the user is not we are getting on, then we will throw the error that the user with this not email, because here we are doing the login process. In the login process we are checking that the user with this email exists or not. If not, then no user found with this detail, and we will throw the error, this one, right? So this is for the sign in. Then we have a registration part. So here we require the, so here we are using the joy is basically for the data validation at the backend. So I'm using that one for the schema. Okay, so connection data source, right? So default async request and the response. If the request method is not equal to post, then we will throw the error that is method not allowed, right? So we require email, password and the name from the front end. Okay, then we are going to validate everything is correct or not. Okay, if there is error, then we will show the message with the validation. If everything goes right, then we will connect the DB, and then we are going to find one by email that already exists the user or not. If the existing, then user already exists. If not, then hash this password and save that into the user repository. Okay, and return that the account created successfully. Else we will throw the error that something went wrong, please try again later. So this is the registration part. Okay, then we have a profile where we are showing that the user is logged in with these details like user name and its email and its name also. Okay, and with the sign out button, right? So here we have the sign out button. After, you can see that handle sign out, so we will call the sign out function for from the next auth. Okay, then use session, we are also checking that the user is already logged in or not. We will check with this session part. Okay, required to be true. On authentication, always redirect to the slash, means index screen. Okay, so this is for that one. Then we have a app.js. Mainly we are wrapping the session provider with component props. Okay, then document, this is default one. And then we have a register page, and then we have an index page. So index page is basically for the sign in process. So here we are calling the services section for the logged in. Head, link, next router, use state, toaster for the toast messages, right? And here we go with the states, that is form data, error, and the router. So whenever we do with the handle submit function, right? So if the data, form data, email is not there, then email is required and the password is required. So this is validation first. And if everything is goes well, then we will call the function logged in. So logged in function require the sign credentials with the email and the password. So give them, and if they get the response with error, we will toast the error respectively. If the success message, then we will push to into the profile screen. So here we have the next one, that is the form part, where we have the handle submit. Then we have an input email. So here we go with this one. So here we get with the type email name, ID, on change, set the form data. Okay. Then if error, then we will show the error respectively accordingly. Then we have a password. Okay. Then the last, we have a submit button, sign in button. So on the submission of the button, we will call the API of the login one. Okay, then we have a remember checkbox for adding more functionality, remember me. Then forget password, you can also, or we have a link, that is to have the account for the registration part. Okay, and then wrap this one in the toast container. At the last one, we have to close that one, add this toast container for the toast notifications. Okay, this is index part for the sign in part. Then we have a registration part where we have the name, email, and the password. Okay, so the register now and the logged in. So what I do, whenever the user register, automatically make them logged in. So I have used that one. So this is default, that is use state, email, and the password and the name. Okay, set error, respective states that we have. Whenever we do the handle submit, whenever we do the form submission, first we will check that the email, password, and the name should not be empty. Okay, if everything is there, then we will call the API, that is register now API. So this is API auth register. Okay, so we will send the data for the registration part and return the data accordingly. Okay, and also call the logged in with the form data. So automatically push to the profile screen and toast the message that the successfully account is created. Else toast the message with the error message one, right? So again, we have to create three input fields, that is name, then we have to go with email, then we have to go with the password. Accordingly, we have to set the form data. Okay, and the last, we have to go with the submit button with register. And if you have already an account, then do the sign in process and toast container. Okay, so this is the full-fledged code for creating login and the registration screen with the TypeORM. Any doubt, any query in that, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day, and don't forget to like, share, and comment on my video. Have a nice day.